Four people in a room talking about everything. Or talking about really nothing at all. You decide.
Welcome. This is the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Are you
so.
sure? I should keep that to myself?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, fine. Welcome to the Hot Tub Podcast. We're always looking for your questions.
Yeah.
We love answering questions from our wonderful fans.
We
and
do.
Brady, you have one in hand.
I sure do. It's from Jimmy Bean. Great question. Honestly, I'm surprised no one's answered or asked us this before. If you could be any type of bread, what would you be? They say, I think Brady would be sourdough because of all the drinking he does.
Yeah.
I myself am a rye bread because they look fresh on the outside until you cut into it and realize it's hard and breaks apart. I don't think is that a good thing?
I
Jimmy
don't think
Bean?
so. That's
Jimmy
not
Bean,
nice.
are you okay?
You going through something?
So you're supposed to be what, sourdough?
Sourdough.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know because of all that he
That's
drinks.
all like the drinking
Yeah, I
do?
think
Oh,
so.
like
yeah.
the fermentation of the
I guess
sourdough
so.
I
something
have.
or other.
I like eating the ancient grains bread.
Oh my God, you would.
You definitely are
It's-
ancient
What's
grains.
the
It's got-
driest bread that
It's
exists
got
in the
flavor
world?
on its own. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then they didn't have sauces, so that's why it suits you very well. Jenni?
Ancient grains. I'm gonna go with the type of bread that I love the most, and I would say pumpernickel.
Okay.
Just call me pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
What a
love
terrible
pumpernickel bread.
nickname for you.
I know.
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel. I get that. Some flavor in it.
Sure,
Oh, I
yeah,
love
That's good.
pumpernickel bread.
Yeah. I think Russia's matzah bread because it's just flat and.
I'm ancient grains, Brady.
Brady, what are you? You're
sourdough.
I guess I'm
But
sourdough.
He didn't get to
yeah.
pick his own,
I
though.
think he
No.
would have though.
Oh, yeah. Or you know what I am? I'm a sub at like a sandwich shop that's like
Okay.
fresh out of the oven and full of life
Or
and
you're that old
deliciousness.
sub,
Goodness.
that old sub bun that's been sitting there all day.
It's a little crusty.
And so we've got this one. Well, okay, I'll take that.
Okay, no. I start the weekend as the fresh
Yeah.
sandwich from the shop, and then I end as the crusty old.
And we don't know if it's Italian herb or just
We're not
dirt.
sure.
No.
Yeah. It's fallen on the floor a few times. Yeah.
Mahler, what would you be?
Oh, God, it's a great question.
Thank you.
You had to see this coming.
I did. I was just so taken in with what you all said.
A nice little baguette.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, the French baguette. Yes.
Merci.
Derrière.
Very nice.
I am long and stick out of your groceries.
There it is. How about that?
I don't know if that's a good thing.
He's hard and crusty too.
Okay.
There you go. Bread Talk concludes
Yes.
Yeah.
here on the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Okay, well, this sounds like a heck of a tour. Now, John Party is a country star.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know a lot of his stuff.
Yep.
Do I know any of his music, Rush?
I don't know. I
He's
think
never really had a big hit.
he's
has
never
he?
had a really huge hit. Certainly not a crossover hit.
No.
Right. No. I think Head Over Boots.
Yeah,
Maybe the
this is
biggest?
probably his
Head
biggest
over
song.
boots.
Yeah.
Can I hear
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull up the.
This is
Okay.
just an instrumental
Yeah.
of it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a big deal when it comes to the
Okay.
story itself.
Gotcha.
But he's on tour right now on his Honky Tonk Hollywood tour.
Oh,
all right.
And this guy, Corey Kent, is opening. So all these people you don't know about in a tour, you probably won't see. But
Gotcha.
it doesn't matter because here's the story. Corey, the opener, just admitted that before each of the shows, he and some of the crew get together to play Spin the Bottle.
Oh.
Okay? But instead of a sweet kiss, like many people use with Spin the Bottle, the loser gets tased.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Corey admits he's been tased in the chest at least 6 times in the tour so far.
It's got to be one of those knockoff tasers.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it can't be like the
Like
the
police.
legit. Yeah.
Right?
Well, no one has invited John Party to partake in this sick pre-show tradition yet, but they're going to ask him soon, apparently. Although I don't know how happy the crowd will be when he has to cancel the show because of a taser.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, Corey swears that playing taser roulette 30 seconds before the show gives the fans a better concert. He says it's so exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get that. Even if you don't get tased, right? It's like the anticipation
Yeah,
of maybe
exactly.
getting
It,
tased.
it gets you up. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Now,
but-
Brady, you have been fully tased.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got like legit like cop tased where it
Yeah.
was like 2 prongs.
Oh,
But
it's
wait a
the
sec,
hardest.
you were
oh.
participating with the
Oh,
cops.
yeah,
You were
yeah,
not
yeah.
running
I was
from
in
the
on
law.
it.
Yeah.
High
So
speed
I was
chase.
robbing a bank, and no, it was like we did like a cop training day, and then I got
Yeah.
tased at the end of it. Jenni and I did the day, and
And it is different. Like the one that they give you is, I think, a different taser than one of the ones that you
way
can buy.
different, because
I feel like
the
theirs is
hooks
like-
go into your back.
Yes, exactly. I think theirs might have been just like a prod or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one that I got was like it's two. I guess what would you even call that? Like
They're like fish
I
I
hooks
want to
that
say
go into
bullets,
you.
but they're not like bullets. Whatever. One went into like the top of my butt. The other one went into just sort of like between my shoulder blades almost.
Yeah.
And on those, there's fish hooks, and so it goes into your skin, and then it doesn't come out. And that way, if someone's like running away or whatever, it'll actually like get stuck in them. So they have to take them out with pliers afterwards.
Yeah,
So
like
not
this
only
is
do you
not.
get
They're
tased
not
for
doing
5
this
seconds.
before the concerts.
Yeah, no,
So-
No,
This was
no.
like
They're using one of the one of the.
You can
little-
buy it like Canadian Tire or
Yeah,
something.
they go. I don't know how to. They look like almost electric razors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Jenny,
Yeah.
you felt horrible for Brady when
it was
this
a
was
really
happening.
hard thing to watch. Like
Yeah.
he went completely like paralyzed. Like he
Right.
couldn't move. Like every single
Were you
muscle.
beside him down on the ground like, Brady?
I did.
yeah.
Once
Okay.
they were lowering him to the ground, I was like, Brady, now come,
Oh,
come
you
back.
can hear Jenny in the video going like, Brady,
Yeah.
Hello, Brady.
Oh yeah, you
and I made a
worried.
noise too. I
You
just went,
did.
hey, yeah.
And you weren't tempted to try it yourself.
Absolutely not. I'm so glad I wouldn't have gone. Like, let's say I was like had already been like, yeah. I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm ready. Watching him, nope, I'm
Yeah.
out.
Oh.
I wouldn't have done it. Did not look fun.
It was not fun, but it was. I mean, I'm happy.
It's
I
an
did it.
experience.
I don't want to embarrass you, Brady. Did you pee a little?
So that's
or-
what everybody asks, but it doesn't actually. It doesn't work like that. Everything tenses up.
So
You don't
it's
let
quite the
loose.
opposite, really.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's the opposite. If anything, you're just you're
Sucking
not,
it back
not
in.
gonna be well.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
Okay.
but it was a really interesting experience. I'm happy I did it.
Oh,
I never want to do that
I
again.
hate to ask you this follow-up then, because I didn't know until you just said. Did you clear your system before you were going to do this?
I
thinking,
did, and
Just
you
in
have
case?
to like stretch too and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
all
yeah?
your muscles
Yeah.
tense up so
Right.
tight.
Okay.
That it's like it's dangerous.
Did
like,
you
pull
feel like you
something.
worked out the next day?
Yeah,
like, was
totally.
everything
Like
just
every
so
muscle in your
feel-
body
you feel
has-
really, really
has worked
sore.
out really
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
you basically gave yourself a seizure.
Kind of.
Is sort of what it is, right?
The best way you can describe the pain would be if you've ever had a muscle spasm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that in every inch of your entire
Yeah.
body, from
Right.
the tip of your head to every little
Well,
toe. Everything all at once for 5 seconds, and then it stops.
On the program a couple of years ago now, maybe 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
Brady had to do a bunch of things to get on the marquee.
Sure, yeah.
You all remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And you had to pretend like you were giving childbirth. You were attached to a machine.
Yeah.
Is that in
No,
comparison?
childbirth is nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to that's nothing at all. I barely felt it.
Let me tell you,
compared to
that
getting
machine
tased.
does not simulate childbirth.
Do you guys want to hear the audio? I'm joking, of course. Do you want to hear the audio of me
Yes.
getting tased?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
We have it,
all
yeah.
right, here we go.
Water's ready. Brady, are you ready?
Yeah.
Come at any time. Taser, taser, taser. Taser, taser, taser.
Oh, slow-mo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And so that's just electricity being pumped into me. I'm good. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's funny. I
Sounds
got
like a fun time.
It was great. Yeah. Full mom mode.
It's almost like you're tasering with your voice.
Oh, it brings me back. I get emotional. I can't even think about it. Oh, I hated seeing how much pain like that would have caused.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're a brave soul.
Thanks.
Well, maybe you can get on the Honky Tonk Hollywood tour.
Yeah. Sure. I can
Child's
play
play.
the tambourine or something.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mauler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenni, and at Brady Jones Radio.
So this is a great thing. I came across weird rules, okay, that we've all made up in our lives and we continue to follow that we just don't need to.
Oh, this is good.
fun.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And I bet you we probably follow more rules than we think we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are, I don't know. We'll go through the list, see what you think. I mean, I'm going to start really mild, and this one's kind of lame.
Okay.
You can't brag. We've said this on the show outside of like it being a rule, but you can't brag about a random act of kindness.
No.
If you tell someone about it, it instantly cancels
Exactly.
out
I
the
agree.
good karma.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
100%.
there's a big difference between doing something nice for the right reason and
Yeah.
doing something nice for the wrong reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're bragging about it, it's for the wrong reason.
Yeah, right. If you're trying to get attention
Exactly.
for it, even when I like make donations on like
And
GoFundMe
yeah,
or
again,
something.
Mauler has argued this many a
Anonymously all the
time.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I have a question. Like if I'm casually sitting here with Jenni in the morning, we're getting ready for the show, and I say something that I did, just matter of fact, in a conversation, I don't feel like I'm bragging about it. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, but if you made a donation, are you saying how much you made, for example? Like, are you saying like how much you gave?
Yeah.
Well, no, but like it was just.
Because you don't need
what?
to do that. You can say that.
Yeah.
You know.
What it comes down to is the motivation as to why you're sharing it with me.
Yeah, and
Right?
you can go and say, "Oh, that wasn't my motivation." Whether or not that's true, who knows?
Right.
Only you know.
Only you know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Hey, you're just lying to yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
But I don't want my good karma to go.
but I do agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even GoFundMe's and stuff, when it says, like, do you want to donate anonymously? I always have a hard time with that because I kind of do, but
You
then I
want them to
also
know
want
that
them
you
to know that,
supported
hey,
them.
exactly.
Yeah, I know what you
But I
mean.
don't need my name plastered on a website.
Yeah.
Does that
I
make
know.
sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
But you don't want people, you don't like, if it's a friend of yours or something that's
Yeah.
doing something, you want them to know that you care.
Right, exactly.
But you
But I
also
need,
don't
like,
want to be bragging
credit
about
for-
it. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. Well, you could also just tell your friend I used a fake name, so then nobody else knows
That's
you did
also
it.
weird. Then I'm making a bigger deal
Deal
about
of
it
it.
than I need to. You know?
Yeah. That's a
No,
tough
you,
one.
you can tell your friend, I donated, but I'm doing it anonymously, but I'm going to donate. I think the best thing to say, you're going
and
to
then
do
they
it, and
go,
then you just
sure
leave
you
it.
did.
Yeah.
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 You're anonymous.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
still feels like, who do you think
Also
you are?
terrible friend.
And if that's the case, then that's the case. Then
Yeah, I
that's
guess
fine.
so.
What I tell people with the anonymous that the scrolls, you know, the scrolls.
Yeah.
I say I'm every one of the anonymous ones.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop
You're so
myself.
humble.
Yeah. That's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah.
Never use a fake excuse like I can't go, my grandmother's sick. Because if she does get sick, you'll feel like you caused it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is that
That's putting bad karma out
Yeah,
into the
you're
universe.
bad juju,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
But people do it.
Oh,
People
for
lie
sure.
about why they can't go out all the time.
Definitely.
It's still bad juju.
Yeah.
I would never.
No, not good.
But you do lie why you can't go somewhere.
Yeah, but you don't put somebody's life on the line when you do it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Say you're
So it's
sick.
only the life thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Okay.
want to make something.
And also, if you fake sick, then you
You're
get
gonna get
sick.
sick, yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's why,
Yeah.
like, I could never, because I'm terrified that I'm actually gonna get sick, and then I can't go to anything for real.
Yeah.
But I've already used the excuse.
Totally do this next one. Like, this is my wheelhouse, man. When you're eating, you save a bite of your favorite thing for last.
Oh, yeah.
When I eat steak, there has to be a bite of steak at the end.
no.
I'm not ending on asparagus.
no, you
Right.
went well. Also, you end on nub. That's what you do with the steak.
That's fair, but
Absolutely.
then it's also going to be cold
That's
at the
it.
end.
I eat
That's
the
fine.
best part
Yeah.
first.
No.
Yeah.
Best part
No,
first.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I also
interesting.
never finish a steak now. It's the
Also,
weirdest
my
thing.
wife will do that too. I'll wait and I'll eat the nub of the steak last because it's the
Yes,
best
it
bite,
is the best
and
bite.
I'll always do that. But that's because with me, there is no danger in my mind that I'm not going to get there.
Gotcha.
With
Right.
her,
Yeah.
there is.
I see. That
And
makes
so
sense.
she
Yeah.
doesn't want to. Even having nub, if she's too full,
Yeah.
she's not going to enjoy it. So she'll eat hers early.
And if I'm lucky, Rory will give me his nub because he doesn't really care. He just loves
Yeah.
steak. So sometimes I'll get 2 nubs.
We really have
He's
to
not a-
stop saying nub.
Sorry,
It's
I
just
know.
He's not a mature steak eater. He'll get there.
I think I might eat my nub first, though.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I
I
know.
get it.
No,
Because I
no,
want
no,
it when
no,
it's
no,
when it's
no.
at its
No.
absolute peak.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's the best
No,
bite it can
you-
possibly
Yes.
be, and that's when it first
No,
comes
no,
out.
Now I
because
just
then the
want
rest of your
steak.
steak is a disappointment.
No, the rest of it's still good, but I had my perfect bite.
Right. Do you want your whole meal to be still good, but
Yeah.
no?
Do you want your nub
eat
to be
first-
cold?
Yeah.
You want your nub to be perfect.
You're not optimizing your sides
exactly.
then.
You're not
Yeah.
No.
optimizing your nub.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
Stop
very
saying
happy with the way I
nub.
eat my steak. I think
Nubby,
it's
nubby,
good.
nub, nub.
And don't
Stop
do that.
with the nub. Stop. When you meet someone, you can't swear in front of them until they
Yeah.
swear in front of you.
Yeah,
Once they swear, you feel like you can actually.
I get that.
Depends on the situation,
Open
but
up.
I get it.
Yeah.
It depends if
Yeah.
they're like more senior to you, then yes.
Yeah.
if
Like
that
any
makes sense,
event
you know?
we do, anybody we
Yeah.
meet, like I would never swear.
No.
I would never even say like the S word, like nothing.
I don't think I
And
would.
I probably won't do it even if they swear in front of me. I still probably won't.
Oh, I definitely would.
Like it depends on the situation. Like I don't think if they swore, let's open the floodgates.
Right.
Like I don't.
Well,
yeah.
floodgates are
Stop
open,
touching
baby.
my effing nub.
Yeah.
I might say that.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Leave my nub alone.
Just hope
you.
you're eating steak.
How about this? Any of you want to admit to this? Each armpit gets the same number of deodorant swipes.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 You got to keep it even. Yeah.
I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
I'm hog wild
Do
under
you
there.
count in your head when you do it?
Yeah, I think I
No.
do 3.
Yeah.
I go 1, 2, 3. But it depends on the
1, 2,
day.
3,
If
yeah.
I'm not expecting any physical activity, it might just be 1 or 2.
Yeah, but it's always the same on both. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. On each side, I want to say, but I use one of those where it's a gel that you push it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get too much gel, so I have to do some extras.
Yeah.
I don't
to
like
get
the
rid of
gel.
it.
I don't
Oh,
like the
love
jelly.
gel.
I find it's too cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
like
I
it.
love it. It feels refreshing.
No.
And, I
No.
love it so
I don't
much.
want to be cold and refreshed like that after a shower.
Oh,
I don't.
do.
No.
And finally, the last one here. If you need to retie one shoelace, you must retie the other. No.
Nope.
I don't do that.
I don't do that at
If
all.
you don't, you'll end up with one shoelace that feels too tight and the other one that feels too loose.
If that were to happen, if one's too tight, I'll just undo the one I just tied that's too tight. I might do that, but I wouldn't do the other shoe.
Yeah.
No, because that's 2 wrongs making a right.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're
Ridiculous.
saying. Yeah.
But don't you find it's always the one that just keeps coming undone till the end of time and the other one doesn't?
Right.
Like it's just
Yes.
a bad lace?
Bad lace,
I
exactly.
learned apparently left-handed people are when we tie like shoes, they come undone way more often than right-handed people because we tie them backwards.
Oh.
And apparently that's the thing, which I didn't
Oh.
realize, but apparently that's the thing. So every time I tie shoes, I double knot everything. I always do, and so it's not an issue.
Do you feel like, though, when
know.
people look at your double knot, you're like a school child?
Yeah.
Like, you have to-
Exactly.
No, this the laces I have. Looking at them, you wouldn't be able to tell. Sometimes if they're shorter laces, it's this big bulky thing, but they don't look like that, so it's fine.
Am I double tied? No, I'm not.
But apparently, yeah, left-handed people, our shoes come undone more
You know
often.
what you need to do is get those laces that have they're coiled up, and you don't have to ever tie your shoes.
I mean, I
Please
could
get
do that
those.
too, I guess.
Hey, I liked when
For
Velcro
kids.
was a
Right?
thing for adults.
Amen.
Yeah,
I was all over that.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
I wore those
Yeah.
for years.
None of my shoes that I have to tie. Like none of them. My
Oh,
running
okay.
shoes, if I
Are
was
they
to go
all
like a
Velcro?
run. No, they're not Velcro. They're just slip-ins.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even the ones I have here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of slip-ins.
Oh, but
Yeah.
are those real laces?
Yeah, they're real laces.
Yeah, you just
and
tie
then
it on the
just
inside. I do that too with all my shoes.
yeah.
I don't have any shoes that are on
But
the
you're not
outside.
feeling, well, I'm sorry to bring this, you're not feeling the nub of,
Yeah.
of the shoelace on the inside?
If you have to sort of position your foot perfectly,
Yeah, and you
otherwise
kinda
you do
tuck
feel
it
nubby.
on the side, right?
Yeah.
So every time you put your shoes on, you tie your laces?
No.
Oh, you just slide in, right?
Yeah.
But your laces are on the top, not
Every
on the
time,
inside.
like my gym shoes are the only shoes I have that tie, and
Yeah.
I'll tie them every time.
Yeah.
But that's
Weird.
that's a gym thing.
Yeah, but
you
I
would
get
do.
that. That
Yeah.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Rush, your left-handed thing is not a thing.
Apparently, it's a thing.
No, it's a myth.
Well, again,
No, because think about it. You're just tying it the same way, just in the other direction. But it's still...
which is a backwards thing. Again, it was a
What?
left-handed person who
but
told
if
me
you're
that, so
t-
I believed it. And maybe that's not true.
I'm left-handed.
true.
So
You
whatever,
are.
whatever I tell you, you're going to believe?
Yeah. Well, if you said it happens to you, if your shoes come undone a lot, I'd think, oh, this makes sense. We're both
Yeah,
lefties.
but I also don't think I've learned how to tie a shoelace properly.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Is the rabbit still going around the hole?
One ear.
If you heard me like in the background and you heard
Oh
me do
my
that,
God.
would you be concerned?
I know what we'd be talking about next
Yeah,
hour. That's for
exactly.
sure.
Yes. Yes and yes.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Mauler's really, really fun facts. So fun. Yeah. Okay.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Rush, Jenni, and Brady. I'm writing your initials. I always write them down here.
Yeah.
So I get your guesses on Mauler fun facts.
My paper that I'll be guessing on has all sorts of horrible words on
I
it.
know. Yeah, mine too.
Well, that won't be
gonna-
in context for
It
anybody what
won't,
the hell you're
but
talking
I'm just
about,
saying it does.
Okay, good.
All right, so here we go. I got a little fun fact to share with the group here. You know, in the next week or so, I forget the exact date, but there's a new Jurassic Park movie.
I've
coming
heard
out.
this,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm excited about this.
Or Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
but it's got to be number 7.
I think 6 or 7.
Yeah.
with Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of other people. So I thought I'd bring to the table a little dinosaur fact for you.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I love
Okay.
dinosaur facts.
Scientists believe the average dinosaur's lifespan was, a decent amount of time. I
Yeah.
will not tell you how long.
Okay.
But we're going to zone in on the T-Rex, obviously the baddie of all these Jurassic Park
Yeah.
films. What was the life expectancy of a T-Rex?
That's a great question.
That is a really good question.
Hmm. Now, first of all, you have to get to a place where you believe they existed. Second,
All right. Okay.
when they fell off the end of the flat Earth, they
Yeah,
all
yeah.
fell off around the same time. And yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think? You know which one I'm talking about, eh?
Yeah.
Jeremy,
I
the
do
big
think
one.
like
Yeah.
With the
they
little
were
arms.
sort of at the top of their food chain,
They were, yeah.
but
They're
Depending
also
when.
larger.
Depending when. There was bigger ones.
there were bigger ones, much larger dinosaurs that were herbivores.
Sure, but there was even like meaner, badder T-Rexes.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah, there were.
It's just the average, though.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a really good
I
question.
know.
But even like raptors could take down a T-Rex.
Yeah.
So
But
I have a number. It's circled, and it's based on hours of watching Jurassic Park movies.
Now, I know Rush hasn't seen any of them.
I have
Jenny,
not,
which
no.
is
I
But
saw
crazy.
the original.
I do understand
That's it.
dinosaurs. There was a
Years
movie
ago.
I saw when I was a child called Baby about dinosaurs.
No, it's called Baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Baby.
you've seen
Yeah.
Baby.
I've seen Baby.
But you haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park.
I have not.
That's crazy.
Why
Okay.
did you see Baby and not Jurassic?
Well, Baby came out first. So I saw Baby.
I am the only listener right now that
Yeah.
remembers the move Baby.
Yeah,
Movie
I
Baby.
remember watching
idea
that
what that
and
is.
thinking, too, that the effects were so good.
They were at the time.
At the time, they were. And I
Yeah.
bet you if I watch it now, I would not think
No.
that.
Yeah, it's got 6% on Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. I don't think that
Baby.
holds up.
Yeah.
It is crazy how they don't have like any other dinosaur movies. Like there's such a big
Yeah,
part
you're
of
right.
world
There was
history.
like The Land Before Time. There
Yeah.
were
I
those.
love those, but they're
Yeah.
But
animated.
then there was
Animated.
Baby, and then all
Yeah.
the Jurassic Park movies.
I don't even remember
Nobody,
that movie.
Baby, nobody does.
yeah, 1985.
Yeah.
Dinosaur movie.
6%
Oh,
made $14 million on the box
God,
office.
when you pull it up, the guy on the front looks like Elvis,
What? There should be a guy on the front of it.
or maybe that's a girl.
Well, there should be a dinosaur.
Well, there's a bunch of dinosaurs.
Okay.
Rush. Yeah.
I don't.
and
I don't.
Elvis.
And Elvis.
Wow.
Okay.
Was
I have
there
no
a-
idea.
You know, there's The Land Before Time, and there's like 20 of those
Yeah.
movies.
Oh, yeah, so
Was
good.
there one, I don't know if it was in Jenny's young wheelhouse or Brady's or maybe yours, Rush, when We're Back? Was that a movie? Does that?
We're
is that-
Back?
Yeah, We're Back, a dinosaur cartoon movie.
Yeah,
Not
we're
that I-
back. A dinosaur story, it's called.
Welcome back.
What year is that?
1993.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, I've
was,
seen that.
That was Jenny's wheelhouse
Yeah.
then, 93.
Okay, let me see.
That would have been my wheelhouse, too. Yeah,
But
When
I
did
didn't watch
Baby
anything.
come out?
in 1985.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah. Land Before Time came out in 88, which is crazy because I watched the hell out of Land
Well, there
Before
was
Time.
like 7 of those.
Yeah,
movies.
there's
so
so many
many,
of them,
and
yeah.
I love them all.
Yeah, I never watched anything animated, so I didn't see We're Back, a dinosaur movie.
I shouldn't know any of this.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Rush, what do you think? How long is this T-Rex, was it roaming the fake Earth?
I said 48 years.
Oh, Jenny. Oh, Jenny.
I originally was going to say 30,
Uh huh.
and then I added a 3 in front of it and went 330.
The dinosaur
You
lived
think
for
a dinosaur
330
lived for
years?
330
I have no idea.
Jenny. 330 years?
Okay. Well,
Why did you add the 3 in front of
I
it?
don't know. Nothing felt right.
all right, I get that.
Brady?
Okay. So many questions. 43 is what I said. Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like 30 was right because I feel like I learned that at like this dinosaur exhibit, and
But
they
then
had
why did you add a
plaques
3 in front of it?
because it didn't. I don't know. And then I was like, but they're dinosaurs. Like
I think 30 is
Well,
not a bad guess.
Brady, I commend you for
Yeah.
playing honestly
It actually
because
might be
you did not
17.
give yourself very much of a window.
No.
I am very happy with my window.
Yeah, you have a window of almost 300.
Yeah. 48 to 330.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
nice window.
Okay,
Now, I mean, potentially it could be less. So
I think it could be around 30, and then Jenny's going to say,
it could
I
be.
win,
I
but you
knew
didn't
it.
because
you did because
Yeah,
you said
no.
330.
Brady said 43, Rush said 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how hard it would be to walk with a cane when you have a little arm like that, Jenny?
That's a long life for a. Just let me die.
Yeah, seriously.
well, I was thinking like reptiles, like anything like that, like a turtle.
What
a turtle
reptile
can-
lives that long?
No, turtles live to like be 200.
Not 330.
Yeah, and they're
still-
not like they're apex predator. Like
Yeah.
there's things that also want to kill them too.
Right,
you know,
but I was
there's
just going natural
raptors and-
causes.
but they're big.
But we're going with the average. I mean,
Yeah.
so that includes being killed by things.
Yeah.
You know what the problem with movie Baby was?
Okay. No, Mauler.
What?
It didn't sell the movie. Like,
No, it didn't. Yeah.
Oh, there's a movie called Baby playing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it was a
No, you have no idea
dinosaur
what
movie.
dinosaurs at all.
You think it's a sequel to Babe?
Yeah.
That's not a pig.
Anyway, I can't get Baby
Well,
out
no,
of
but
my head.
then that doesn't work because Babe came out far,
Okay,
far,
whatever.
far
Rush,
later than
just
Baby.
laugh
the
at the
book,
joke.
did it come out earlier? Maybe the book.
Well, thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, let's put you guys out of your misery.
Oh, yeah.
Despite their incredible size, scientists have figured out the approximate age of how long a T-Rex was on the planet, and the answer is... 28 years.
Okay. All right.
28
So
years.
I was close.
No,
Yeah.
no, you weren't, Jenny. You were 302 years away.
What's really unfair is we all lost equally, and
Yes.
it shouldn't be that way.
No, because we were in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
330?
I am not proud.
You were right. Whatever exhibit you went to, you were pretty
Yeah,
much
it's
bang
close.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And then you added
And then
300
you added
to
a
it.
3.
I don't even know where my brain goes sometimes, guys. I have no idea.
300.
Oh.
Well, that was
If I
very
wanted to
entertaining.
find Baby, do you think I'd be able to watch it anywhere?
Yeah, you go-
YouTube?
Amazon.
You
Could
think so?
Can you not buy a VHS copy of Baby?
I don't know.
Come on,
Probably.
Brady.
I mean,
Please wrap up the segment and say we're ordering one for Rush online.
Hang
I
on,
have
let
to
me see
get
what's
a
on
VCR
YouTube.
too.
Baby Secret of the Lost Legend. You can get it on YouTube.
Is that what it was
okay.
called? Was it Baby? Or is that a different movie?
No, it's Baby.
You
Baby
can.
Secret of the
Yeah,
Lost
you can-
Legend?
you
You can
rent
even
it.
get it on Blu-ray on Amazon.
Oh.
Look at that.
All right,
Wow.
Rush's birthday's next month.
Yeah.
Hey, $4.99, not bad.
Not
To
bad
rent
at
it
all.
on YouTube, movie night.
And
bet-
you can get We're Back for $10.99 on
Wow,
DVD.
a
That's-
double
Look at
pack.
that.
Way too much money.
I'm going to guess these don't hold up.
There you go, Mauler. Fun fact.
Mauler's really, really fun facts. So fun. Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
The requirements in job listings may be a little out of control these days, but today's job applicants are making some major demands as well. A new survey asked today's workforce about the non-negotiable perks that they are looking for. And the most important stuff is health benefits and financial security.
Okay, that makes sense.
Makes
Sure,
sense.
yeah.
For
What about
sure.
a ping pong table?
No, Brady.
Okay.
No.
Pace yourself.
Hang on.
Pace
We
we're
talked
gonna get
about that
there.
boom boom room
We're
last
gonna
week.
we're
No,
gonna
no,
get
no.
there,
Right.
Brady.
No
Hang on.
boom boom
Okay,
room. Okay.
paid overtime is the top non-negotiable. Am I saying negotiable right? Why does that sound right to me?
It sounds right. Yeah.
Negotiable, yeah.
Yeah.
76% say it's a must-have.
Yeah.
Paid sick leave is next.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure, 75%.
Yeah.
Comprehensive health insurance,
Yeah.
73%. Retirement options,
Yeah,
retirement
sure.
packages
Sure,
at
yeah.
67%.
All good, yeah.
So far, so good.
Makes sense. Dental packages at 59%. Further down the list, there's a noticeable difference between men and women. Financial security is a top priority for men. 28% of men consider stock and investment options to be essential, compared to 22% of women. 20% of men say that financial planning and counseling is a must-have versus only 15% of women. Now, women prioritize supportive, inclusive benefits, family needs, and workplace culture. 36% of women say that maternity and paternity leave are essential perks. 27% of men agree. And 30% of women say programs and training, just to keep you up to date on everything, are important compared to 23% of men.
Great. Okay.
All right, but no one has higher standards than younger Gen Z and millennial
There
workers.
we go.
Here we go.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
30% of Gen Z professionals are seeking compressed 4-day work weeks.
Yeah, they want to
Or
work less. Yeah.
comparable work-life balance flexibility.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, now
I
let's
don't hate it.
Remember, they're saying compressed because it's what it is. Not putting all the work into the 4 days, just compressing the amount of work you do is what they're saying. But okay, you can word it the way you want.
Yeah, 18% of Gen Zers want fun rooms with games like ping
geez.
pong
yeah, ping pong.
and
Yeah,
other
thank you.
recreational
Thank you.
activities.
Can we get like a bar tap
Brady-
in this place? Or
Okay, so what you want to do, instead of working 5 days a week,
Yeah.
you want to work 4.
Four. Yeah.
But during that time,
Ping pong.
you want to play ping pong.
Yeah.
We just want the option, right?
Is it, right, is that too much to ask?
Time
Seriously.
out, you two. You guys are not Gen
You're
Z.
not.
No,
So
it says
stop
millennials
it.
too. Millennials were included in this list.
Okay,
so
yeah, good.
We got that. And then
And we're not being
17
picky, by the way. Like, no.
No.
Foosball would also be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can be one or the other. That's okay.
And 17% of millennials
Oh my
consider
God.
nap rooms essential.
No, this
I
is
don't disagree.
insane.
Yeah.
20% of Gen Zer and 14% of millennials say they need pet-friendly
Okay.
offices.
Okay.
That's true, too. That's a good one, yeah.
Be really on. Like no.
For sure.
Take care for the show. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Like you don't really believe in nap rooms,
No,
right?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think
Come
it's
on.
necessary.
That's
I think,
insane.
but I do know that they've done a lot of studies that if you give your employees an option to nap for 15 minutes, that they're more productive. Therefore, your business makes more money.
Then on your break, go out in your car and nap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need a nap room
No,
in
give me a
the
nappy
building.
room. But
if
So
we
you
can-
do you want one or not?
If it's going to make it more productive.
Well,
If
you've
we have
asked
a
Jenny.
choice-
If you ask Brady, it's a different answer. You know Brady wants a nap
If
room.
we have a choice between a nap room and not,
I know you're
yeah,
bringing
I'll take it.
Brady Jones, the fun guy here, but you don't
Same.
really
He
believe
does. He wants a nap
in a
room.
nap room.
100% I do.
Okay.
Yeah, he
If
does.
people
Come
are
on.
going to actually use it and it's going to make them better,
Yeah, Brady
Yeah.
doesn't need a nap room because he has the ability to do most of his work now from home.
that's
Yes.
true.
So
My
that-
nap room
that
is home.
there.
But for a
So
while-
when it wasn't,
Yeah.
Brady did want a nap room.
And I in fact, created
He
a nap
created
room.
a nap
It was
room.
just an office that I
Yes.
shared with 2 other people. I just made sure they wouldn't come in for,
Yes.
20 minutes or
So-
so. I put my cape over my head, and I took a quick little nap.
You know, maybe if you work for the military and you need a snooze because you're working your tail off, okay. You two bozos don't need a nap.
But you don't understand. Playoffs are like 2 months, and the games start late, and it just
That's
it
true.
really messes with my.
And I would argue, Brady, that you would deserve a nap room more than me.
Thank you, Jenni.
I would say that. You
Well,
do
no
work
one is-
harder
no one
than
is
I do.
arguing that.
Yeah.
I don't know when you would nap, Jenny. Like,
Seriously, I'll just go home and do it.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
but
would you
during
take a
the
break
show?
from doing?
Brady's sheets would be so crusty here too,
The
because
sheets?
What do
he'd
you
never
mean?
wash. Well, you'd never wash them. That would be the problem.
Is your cape crusty?
no, my cape is very pristine. Thank you very much. It's not like I'm getting sweaty while I nap.
No.
It's just a quick 15, 20-minute power nap.
And
Yeah.
you Febreze after.
I don't,
Are
but
you?
I could.
Are you washing your own sheets?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, we'd have a sheet washing person,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
assume,
yeah.
no?
So now we're hiring someone for the nap room.
I don't know. Who does our dishes? I don't know. You leave them around and the fairies get to it. I don't know.
Oh my
The
God.
Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Because a career in radio can leave you kind of jaded. Now it's time to play Would You Walk Down the Hall on the Morning Hot Tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Well, like the intro says, we get a little jaded because we do get to meet people from time to time over the course of our careers. We've met a lot of A-listers. We've met a lot of D-listers.
Yeah.
And
More
everybody
D.
in between.
Yes.
And everybody in between. So we'll find out if Rush and Jenni would actually walk down the hall and meet somebody in one of our other offices for maybe a selfie
Right.
and a quick conversation.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's okay that Brady's not here because his answer is yes for everybody.
Oh, he
Right.
gets very excited
He does,
about all of
yes.
it, yes. All right. He's turning 83 this week. Here's what I think. I think you're both going to walk down the hall, but I have a follow-up question. Specifically for Jenni.
Okay.
Here we go. So Sir Paul McCartney
Yeah.
is turning 83 this
Wow.
week.
All right.
I mean, legend, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Beatle. He is
Yeah.
just one of the biggest, best songwriters and performers of all time. Would you walk down the hall, Rush, for Sir Paul McCartney?
Yes.
Yes.
No doubt,
No
right?
doubt. No.
For
no doubt.
sure. And me too.
Okay. My follow-up for Jenni is, you go in there.
I would be nervous going into work that day thinking Paul McCartney's going to be
Sure.
there. Yeah.
I mean, he's at the top of
Yes,
the
he
list,
is.
right?
Definitely.
Yes. Jenni, what would you ask or say to Paul McCartney? I really want to know the answer to that.
God.
You're walking in that office. Like Rush can,
Yeah.
he can bring up some of the music and know some of the songs. What about you? What would you say to Sir Paul McCartney? Like, I love your work with the Beatles.
I love you and the Beatles. It's amazing. If what would I ask? If you could only eat one thing for the rest of
Oh, man. Oh, can you imagine that?
I don't know what I would ask. I'd be fumbling. I'd be terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would even fumble.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd be nervous.
For sure.
Not
Yeah.
many people make me nervous. He would make me
Yes.
nervous. But apparently, a really nice guy to talk to.
cool.
Okay, so I knew you guys would have an easy one. I'll throw the second one at you here. This guy just made history by becoming the second highest selling country artist of all time. He now only trails Garth Brooks in terms of country sales. Luke Combs.
I don't even know what Luke Combs
That's
looks
why
like.
it's so funny.
Yeah.
He's the second best country
Yes,
singer
and I have no idea.
of all time. Rush?
No.
No.
No, probably not. No.
Wow, why?
Oh, I mean, why?
He's I just told you why. The stat sheet is incredible.
Yeah.
The second best country selling artist ever.
If he came in here, maybe. But
I love, you know what's funny is I love a lot of his music too.
You
Like
do.
Beautiful Crazy is one of my favorite country songs
Right.
ever. It's so good.
So
I
you're-
might.
Well, no, we can't have a might. Are
Yeah,
you walking
I'd
down
go
the
down.
hall?
I would.
You're going down
I
the
would,
hall.
yeah.
And what are you saying to Luke? Combs?
If you could only eat one thing.
there it is. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
yeah.
And if you could only eat one,
What would it be?
is that before or after the selfie?
After.
After.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, oh, can I get a quick picture? By the way, if you could
Perfect. Yes.
Oh, okay. Got two more for you.
Okay.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's kind of a mess now. no?
Exactly.
Oh, you want that now?
Yes.
Okay, Jenny didn't even hesitate, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're not?
No, probably not.
Really?
Even just for the story.
What's the story?
You met Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, that's not a great story.
You're not walking down the hall for
Probably
Billy
not,
Ray.
no.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked by that.
Really?
Yeah. Because that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Shocked?
But just the
Are you are you shocked? Really? Shocked? I mean, I think at best you would have thought 50-50.
No, I'm more shocked that you wouldn't say yes to Billy Ray over Luke Combs. Like, for sure, Billy Ray would be more of a consideration for you than Luke
Yeah.
Combs.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both still no.
I'm still shocked.
I don't know that you're shocked.
What if he was with Elizabeth Hurley, his new girlfriend?
Ooh.
More likely?
Yeah. Oh,
Probably not.
no. But
No.
we need to know what they eat if they could only eat one thing for the rest of their
Jenny's go-to question.
What's so funny about that is you've never asked any celebrity that
Yeah.
before. Ever.
But this has become the go-to question.
All right, finally, I'm going to tear.
Okay.
I'm going to tear the room apart here. You guys are not going to like this
Okay.
option at all.
All right.
And we've never done this.
Oh.
On Would you walk down the hall?
Okay.
Would you walk down the hall if they were both in the building in opposite offices? Okay. Katy Perry's in one room. Orlando Bloom is in the other room.
Oh, who
So I have
are
to
we
pick one?
visiting?
You have to pick one. Who are you going to visit?
Katy Perry.
Yeah, probably Katy Perry.
Poor
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom
Yeah.
looking through the window.
Guys?
Hello?
Guys? Hello?
He's
Yeah.
even dressed like a pirate for you,
Yeah.
Rush.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
You're going for Katy Perry.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
She's the bigger celeb.
Yeah.
The better
She is.
picture.
The better picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
definitely.
Now,
And only because I had to choose one.
so if the option was neither, it
Yeah,
would be
probably
neither?
neither, yeah.
Neither?
No, I'd probably
You
just go
wouldn't
home.
meet Katy Perry? Oh, wow. Yeah, I would.
I
for
met
sure.
Katy Perry years ago,
Yeah.
and she likes to eat pizza.
Oh, is that their meal?
The rest of her life. Yeah.
No, I met her, and it was at the end of her concert. They made us wait about 3 hours to meet her.
Okay.
And this was like at 1 a.m. And she came in, and she just did the whole, hi, how are you? And walked in.
that
And I
was
was
it.
so disappointed
no
by the
kidding.
whole damn
yeah.
thing.
Waiting
Oh
that
my
long
God.
and that's all you get?
I would never do that again.
No. Was she not kind?
No, she was nice.
Okay,
She was
but
nice.
just quick.
Yeah, just quick
Yeah.
and just
She was
made,
probably exhausted.
Made too many people. Like, I didn't care because I'm an adult. There was a lot of kids there, and they're waiting
yeah.
till 1 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, yeah, I didn't like
No.
that at all.
Fair.
And I also had to post
That's not
with-
necessarily her fault, though. That's just sort of the way that
well,
things are being run.
She's kind of running the show, too, though. She
Yeah.
could say, get me out there.
Yeah, well, we're going to do it after the show. Okay, she could have just not done anything at all. So, I mean,
And
to
I
her
got,
credit, she
I
did.
got my picture with her, and there was also a giant mascot cat beside us.
Oh, great.
Why?
Maybe it was the cat tour. I'm not sure what.
Maybe.
But I'm sitting there, and it was a set.
Yeah.
Like we were like in Candyland or something.
okay.
So I'm in Candyland, giant cat, 1 a.m, crying kids in the background.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
It's such a photo. So,
That is awesome.
I'll share that
I
with
need
you.
to know why the cat was there.
well, Kitty Perry, is that something?
Kitty
Oh,
Purry.
maybe.
Purry?
Oh,
Is that
that's
her
mascot?
mascot?
Could be.
Please tell me you know that. I really hope you're right.
I thought she had a
Oh,
cat
my God.
named Kitty
You
Purry.
would have to go down the
Kitty
hall and meet her.
Purry.
You know information
There you
about
go.
her.
I don't know if it was mascot. I thought she had a cat named Kitty Purry.
Oh, maybe. Hang on. No,
And I
Kitty
know that
Purry.
from the
It is
Stingray
Kitty
Hitless
Purry.
Countdown.
That's the mascot.
That is a mascot.
It's
Okay,
Kitty
there you go.
Purry.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even
You
know.
have a picture with Kitty Purry.
And she does have a cat named Kitty Purry.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
God, you're both right. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
How about that?
And Jenny just wants to know what you're going to eat.
What are
Yeah.
you going to eat if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life?
All right, there you go. Would you walk down the hall? Apparently, Rush, not for many people, and Jenny, pretty much for everybody.
Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
A cop in England might lose
Why
his
are
job.
you laughing already?
Already.
After he asked a female co-worker to pull his finger.
Oh, no.
And then he farted in her face.
Yeah, well, it's a good bit.
He's now dealing with a disciplinary review to decide if he should be fired for it or not.
Well, the worst part is that this got out and it's this huge,
Yes. Right
that just,
Okay, so the coworker says she knew what he was planning to do when he asked her to pull his finger, so she told him to go away. But then he spun around, stood on his toes, and then broke wind in her face. But 6 inches away, that's so close.
So she was sitting?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then he laughed. So it happened way back in 2021, and the disciplinary thing still hasn't been resolved.
They're
Exactly.
still looking into this?
Yeah.
Oh, my
So
God.
There was a story about some woman that I guess her husband or her boyfriend or whatever basically did that in her face, and she got some massive infection from it, and she was hospitalized for
God.
months.
What?
Yeah.
How
No.
dirty.
Oh, you
Yeah.
feel so
That's an
bad?
old wife.
Yeah.
That's
No, it happened. I'm sure Brady's looking it up now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So if the review board decides it qualifies as gross misconduct, he'll lose
Aye.
his job. It's hard to argue it wasn't misconduct. It was definitely gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does he lose his job for it, or do you just discipline him and say, don't fart in people's face?
Okay, I wish you wouldn't bring this up on
You
the air.
hate the word fart, don't you?
I
don't
hate
love
it
the word
so
either.
I just don't
much.
understand. I think it's I think if one thing unites humanity, it's that farts are funny.
No,
It's-
it's
you know
love.
what, amen.
Love is
No,
what
it's
you're
not
really-
that. It's farts are funny.
All you need is love.
Yeah,
All you
that's
need is
right.
a funny fart.
No.
No, that's just all.
No.
It was an ex-partner left a woman in 7 years of pain because of a fart.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a 7-year infection.
7-year infection
Yeah.
caused by that.
How? Was it bare butt?
I don't even think it was.
She was lying in bed recovering from knee surgery when her boyfriend broke wind while he was changing in front of her.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like
He did it on purpose.
It
Yeah.
wasn't. No, I don't think it was on purpose. And then,
But how forceful was this fart?
yeah.
That's
And
a
so
heck of a
so
fart.
there was an infection. So for years, and the other thing too is she went public with her story, and you feel bad because again she didn't do anything wrong.
No.
But she's the face
fart
of this,
girl.
and
Yeah,
that's tough.
exactly. And
It's
he's
so
not in
true.
any of these articles.
No.
And they've even broken up. It's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that might cause a little resentment.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That would cause
Oh,
resentment.
you know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't ever be able to just accidentally even let one go in front of her. Because she'd just be
No,
like,
Or
think of
anybody.
your
Or anybody,
new
yeah.
partner. You'd be so scared.
Yeah.
Why do you love it so much? As much as I hate it so much, why
you
do
know
you
what?
love it so much?
I have two brothers.
Yeah.
You know,
It's so
and
do
I've
I.
just
It's
been
her
surrounded
childhood.
by boys, so it is.
So do I.
We had a fart bench growing up. Like
Yeah.
my brothers would
That's where the
come
changes.
in from the pool.
The nostalgia, you don't have the fun memories of that as a kid. She does.
Like they would go bare butt on the wooden bench in our hallway,
Sure.
and it was so loud. Like your fart was so
My
loud.
favorite thing is that you guys have sold that fart bench. So
Yes,
someone
yeah,
out
we
there
don't know
has
who
a,
has our
a
fart
fart
bench.
I hope they
Okay,
Okay,
sanded
can
it
we
down.
stop? I
No.
hate
Fart,
this
fart,
so
fart, fart.
much.
Just say it one time.
No.
Come on.
Just
No,
fart.
that's one thing
fart.
you'll never get me to say
No?
ever.
Okay,
No.
then say poo.
No. You're such a. You're like 12.
Yep.
Stop it. No.
Come on, Brady, you want him to say it
Of course
too.
I do.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
We have Rush saying it. We
Yes,
need
we
you to
do.
say it.
Yeah, I was going to say we moved away from me, but I guess
No.
We haven't.
No,
we
no,
just
no.
have accomplished that mission.
I mean,
and
the
now it's on
problem
to
is
Mauler.
the problem is that and I don't want to. You'll know for sure because you're not going to do it. He can just do it out of AI. He can have you say these.
Oh, that's
things.
Yeah,
true.
but it's less fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
like
it to be
cheating.
authentic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you did say poo-poo one time. Like he did
Yeah.
want to poo-poo
Me?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
you
I
did.
don't care about that. I don't like any bathroom stuff. I just
Do you
Oh,
know
I
that
love it.
actually, if you go that the origin of poo-pooing something has nothing to do with that. It's actually just it was like if you had a bad idea, it was someone like blowing it away with wind. It was like. That's where that's what it's from. That's what
interesting.
poo-pooing is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's less fun.
Yeah, good facts. nerd.
I mean,
it's
if
more
it takes it away from you guys, then it's not a weapon for you anymore.
Do you think that we will no longer enjoy hearing you
Exactly.
say poo-poo?
Have you met us?
Yeah,
Maybe.
because I promise that is not the case.
No. Hit it.
Yeah.
Poo-poo. Poo-poo.
Okay. I don't want to
will
be
never
here right
get
now.
old.
Poo-poo.
Yes, it will.
Do you think you're above us?
I think
Say
it,
poopy
Hey,
butt.
you're not. Okay, I can do poopy butt.
poopy butt. I think it is. It is old. It's gotten old.
I just want to talk about anything
Someone
else.
just texted us saying caca. Don't mind if I do.
Caca. There it is.
Rush, you have access to Brady's computer when he's away.
I do.
Just delete it all.
Oh, like he doesn't have a
you
backup.
think I don't have an external
yeah.
hard drive at
Were
home
we
with all
born
of this?
yesterday?
Come on.
We're not noobs.
Again, he's got a safe with in it.
Also,
Poopy butt.
Also, Jenny's talking like she's so tough. You don't even know how to turn on his computer.
Yeah.
You have no idea where any of it is, how to get to it.
I trust my partner in poo-poo.
Your partner in poo-poo. I don't know if I like that.
Thanks to you, Brady.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
I always say to my fam, look, I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that, and I know my limitations. When I watch Jeopardy, I feel like this big.
Yeah.
I'm so.
But you know what? Good for you, because day in, day out, you turn it on and you watch it.
Yeah, no, I
Okay,
try.
all right.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was expecting a chirp in there. I thought you were going to make fun of him, but all right.
No, I just want to see Ken's tie.
Oh,
but you know,
it's important. Yeah.
now, Rush, we all know what you think of your intelligence level. We hear Crush Rush every morning, so
Oh, yeah.
we know you think you're a big deal.
Well,
okay, got it.
I mean,
okay.
I know some things, but you know.
Jenny, are you like me? Are you on the smart side of things, the dumb side of things,
I'm
in the
more
middle?
like street
Where are you?
smart, but I'm not smart when it comes to like retaining a lot of stuff
Okay.
in general.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if you asked a dozen people, if they said, "Hey, what do you think of Jenny?" I don't know if street smart would be the first thing they
Well,
would
I
say.
mean like street smart as far as like, yeah. Okay.
Like socially smart.
Yeah.
Socially smart.
Right.
Exactly. I
Because
feel
you
like
also
I
are
understand
a
emotions.
tad
and-
on the naive side.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
very
not,
true.
maybe not street smart, maybe more cul-de-sac smart.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
And Brady, where do you land in all this? Are you smart or not?
I have my moments on either side.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like Jenny, I don't retain a lot. Like I can watch the same. I love like war documentaries. I can watch the same documentary every
Yeah.
week, and it's brand new to me. You know.
But I think you're a bright guy. I mean, I think overall we're all pretty bright people.
Oh, thank you. I thought
no.
I was waiting for you to not say
No.
that about me and be like,
No,
hang on now.
I think overall we're pretty well
Yes.
well-rounded.
yeah,
Okay.
I think
Sure,
that's fair.
sure.
I would
Yeah.
think that. Now I came across this giant list. It was like this big. Like you can imagine what my arms are doing right
Yeah.
now. This big. And I just picked out a couple things that I figure we should it's all common knowledge.
Okay.
But I didn't know them.
Okay.
And now maybe when I share them with you, you guys are going to go, oh yeah, of course we knew
So
that. You
all
idiots.
these things
Okay.
you didn't know, or
I didn't know any of them.
Okay.
Okay,
All
are
right.
you going to form them in a question so we have a chance to
Yeah,
answer?
this is good.
Oh, that's a good
Rather
idea.
than us just saying, "Yeah, I
Well,
knew that."
I don't think I
You
can.
can?
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me
A
give you
smarter
the,
person would be able to figure that out.
I should have chat GPT this for you. So flammable and inflammable mean the same thing.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
hang on, I have to think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Inflammable.
No, see, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No,
that.
it is weird. But if somebody said to you it's inflammable, you would think that's flammable.
No, I would think that it wouldn't be able to light on fire.
It's non-flammable.
Yeah.
Well,
It is weird.
Inflammable, non-flammable, unflammable,
This
whatever.
is very similar to
All right, so you can't set that on fire.
like an old there's an old movie, The Three Amigos, when there was the word like famous and infamous.
Yeah.
That they were sort of talking about what infamous means, and they were basically wrong about it. But words are weird, and English is very, very weird.
Yeah.
And why we have flammable and inflammable, I don't know.
It took me forever to get famous and infamous. Like
Yeah.
I had no idea until like end of high school.
So
Yeah.
maybe, Rush, you will end up knowing most of
Okay.
this then. Okay. Now this, I think it's from the States, so maybe not here, but let's see. All Visa credit cards start with a 4.
Yeah.
yeah.
All MasterCards start with a 5.
five, yeah.
All Amex credit cards start with a 3.
Yeah.
And if you have a Discover card, it starts with a 6.
Oh.
I didn't know about the American Express and the
Discover.
the Discover cards, but I did know the MasterCard and Visa thing.
Yeah.
But that's
I didn't know.
I
that.
Yeah.
only knew that Visa started with a 4.
Yeah.
That's it. I
Okay.
didn't even
Right.
know about MasterCard.
So yeah, I didn't know each card had
No,
their own number.
their own thing. I didn't know that either.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, once again, you're gonna make fun of me, Rush. I don't want you to
Oh.
make fun of me.
I'll have your back.
I haven't yet.
Okay. Cows have to get pregnant to make milk. They don't just make milk.
I didn't know that.
I
Nor
didn't
did
know
I.
that.
I didn't know that.
So all the cows that we see giving milk are all
they've
pregnant?
They've
They've been
pregnant.
pregnant.
They've been
Oh,
pregnant.
they've been
Oh,
They've
pregnant.
been pregnant.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were saying
Yeah.
they were
You know,
actively
I
pregnant.
mean, that does make sense
does.
for mammals.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
But
now here's the
I never
thing.
thought about
like,
it.
did I know that? Well,
Right.
if somebody asked me the question, do they? I
Yeah.
probably would have said yes.
I don't know
But
if I would have,
off the
though.
top
But-
of my head, no, that's not something you know because you never think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I never thought about it.
I never thought about it.
But
Right.
if you
Makes
had said, did you know that cows can, produce milk without getting pregnant? I would have said, I didn't know that, but I'd believe it.
Yeah.
So-
This is a fun list.
Right? Isn't
Yeah.
it? Don't you-
I didn't know that. I can say I didn't know
I
that.
don't think you're dumb for not knowing that.
No.
It's something that nobody would think about.
Nobody talks about it.
I
Yeah.
feel like
And that's what we're doing on the show. We're getting this stuff. We're normalizing it.
Yes.
Normalizing cow pregnancies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
next time you pass a farmer on the street,
Yeah.
we don't talk about that. And don't ask me about the horses. Okay. All right, sure. All right, last one I'll share with you guys. Okay,
Oh.
and I think you guys knew this. I didn't know this.
Okay.
Me with numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percentages are reversible. Let me give you the example. 8% of 25 is the same as 25% of 8.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know that. I also, is that true?
Yeah. 8% of 25 is the same as 25% of 8.
I don't understand.
And one of them, by the way, is much easier in your head to figure
Yeah.
out, they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
never knew that. That's a fun little math trick.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess you're right.
How do we not know that? 4 of us, our whole lives, we didn't know that.
But this is something that you're never going to forget. So that's neat.
Oh,
Yeah, we can do the same segment next week. And be like, this is fascinating. Cows? No.
That's really neat, though.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And some people might text in and challenge, but the example, 8% of 25 is the same as 25% of 8.
I hate math so much.
I do too. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, even if
so
1% of 100 is 1, and 100% of 1, yeah.
There's one.
Yeah, isn't that
That's
crazy?
That is,
Wait,
I
what is
didn't
it?
know that was a thing.
Oh, math can be fun.
Tell
Yeah,
Jenny
do
the one
that
you just
again?
did.
Yeah.
1% of 100 is 1. 100% of 1 is 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
That makes sense to me.
So beyond the ones.
Yeah, I can
You're
do the
just-
ones.
All right, well, there you go. I had a whole bunch more. We just don't have time, but I just... Okay, so I feel dumb, but I don't feel as dumb.
Don't feel dumb.
No.
No, I don't feel
This
dumb.
this is also a listing. You could frame it as things you never really thought about.
Sure.
And then we all feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Trent, very nice. He texted in saying, as a whole, you're one smart person.
There
Wow,
it is.
That's
How about
nice,
that?
Trent.
Well-rounded. We're a very well-rounded single person.
Single one brain.
Yeah.
When you add the 4 of ours together.
Like what you just heard? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady wherever podcasts are found.
Follow the gang on socials for more fun at Mauler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenni, and at Brady Jones Radio.
The Hot Tub Podcast, a part of the Stingray Podcast Network.